Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. So after playing hundreds of games of duels and playing duels for many days now, I finally got a really accurate list of the top 10 brawlers for duels. Let's get into it. And also, the British accent makes duels sound like jewels, so I'm sorry. So a quick note, these are the 7 duels maps we have right now. You can see 5 of them are short to mid-range, and there's only 2 of them which are kind of that longer range style. Number 10. Okay, so at number 10, we have B. B, obviously one of those long-range brawlers, and as there's only 2 long-range maps, it's still pretty good inside of duels, just because of the fact that you deal a lot of damage, whether you're further away or close range, obviously with that bigger shot, and you can deal with tanks very well, you can deal with those mid-range brawlers very well. Also, the gadget is really helpful if you are peeking around a wall, which is going to happen a lot in duels just because it's 1v1. You can actually put that gadget down, slow them, and then go and pinch them with yourself. So I feel like B is a great pick for duels. Number 9. Okay, so at number 9, we have the first of the tanks or aggressive brawlers. We have Edgar. Now, the reason Edgar is on this list is, 1, you have that passive charging super, which is just unbelievably good in a 1v1 mode because you can afford to just play it so passively. You have all the time in the world, of course, until that zone starts to come in, and you're always going to be able to get a free super essentially just by using walls to just move around essentially and not get hit by the enemy. Also, you don't need to use that gadget which gives you a free super because you're getting it anyway, so it means you can use that shield gadget again, making it even easier to get kills. And there's not many matchups you're going to lose as an Edgar because Edgar is so good. And yeah, that's going to be a theme of these passively charging supers because they are really OP inside of duels. Number 8. Okay, so at number 8, we have Daryl. You could actually argue that Daryl deserves to be even higher on this list. Again, you have that passively charging super, which you're going to be able to get every time just by playing it pretty slow. Also, you're going to be able to beat all those long-range brawlers. Daryl even got a buff, which means you're going to have that shield for even longer. And yeah, I feel like Daryl is so good right now and definitely fits the kind of duels theme with being very good at 1v1s, getting that super easily. And honestly, there's not a lot of matchups you're going to lose with Daryl. Daryl is extremely good inside of duels. Number 7. Okay, at number 7 then we have Gale. So a lot of you were probably thinking, why is Gale here? But Gale is actually super underrated. First of all, you have that gadget. You're going to be using that tornado kind of gadget. Not actually sure what the official name is, but that's going to counter those aggressive brawlers like the Edgars, the Buzzes, the Daryls. It's going to knock them back and mean you're very good against them. Also, you're going to be able to deal with brawlers like Pam and those more tankier brawlers where you can push them back, not only into the zone, because obviously if you just wait until the zone comes in, you can actually push them into the zone, which is absolutely amazing. But I feel like Gale is super underrated, mid HP, good range. That slow star power is going to be very effective, and I feel like Gale is one of those brawlers people aren't showing a lot of love to, which is actually really strong. Number 6. Okay, so at number 6 we have Leon. Leon is going to be very good on the open range maps, but also pretty good on those close range maps as well. Can be very good against brawlers like Piper, Brock. B is going to struggle a little bit though against those brawlers like Jacky, Frank, those higher HP brawlers, because with Leon you have really good damage, but the thing is your reload speed is very slow, which leads you to have a pretty low DPS, which means you can't deal with tanks. So yeah, the super, obviously Invisiheal is the one you're going to want to be using. Can actually help you in those last kind of interactions where you can use it to heal up and just kind of out heal your opponent. But apart from that, I feel like Leon is pretty strong and could be a ton of different matchups. Number 5. Okay, at number 5 we have Jacky. So Jacky is a brawler I don't see a lot of people using, but Jacky is so strong. The first reason is that you can essentially shoot people through a wall, which means if they are anywhere on the outside of the map on those short to mid-range maps, obviously Jacky's still not going to be very good on those long-range maps, but on the short to mid-range maps, you can essentially just push them into spawn. Now they can't stand behind a wall, so you can essentially just keep pushing them if there's a lot of walls. And yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing for those shorter range maps. I feel like Jacky is so underrated right now. They're just not about to push you. And also you could just wait. If you are pushed back onto your side, you could wait until the zone comes in. You have a lot of HP. You're going to be able to deal around 5.1k with 3 shots, plus if you're using counter crush, even more damage combined with those gadgets is going to be so good to kill your enemies. I feel like Jacky is so underrated right now inside of duels. Number 4. Okay, at number 4 we have a super underrated brawler, Pam. So Pam is so good inside of duels. I don't know why I don't see more people using her, to be honest. Very, very good on those long-range maps, but also really strong on those shorter to mid-range maps because you have really good damage, good HP, and you have a strong gadget to take away your opponent's ammo, which means you're going to be better against tanks like Mortis, Daryl, Buzz, because you can just take their ammo away and kill them. You'll also have that super, and you want to be using that damage star power. The reason is, a lot of the time, you get people, you're just chasing someone around a barrel, and they say one shot. If you have your super, now you just put it down, it's going to deal 800 damage. Sometimes it kills them, but also forces them away from that wall, allowing you to deal more damage to them and potentially kill them. So this super with the damage is so helpful in enabling you to do that. Also, like high damage, high HP. Yeah, Pam is just so solid and really underrated right now, I feel like, inside of duels. Number 3. Okay, at number 3, we have Buzz. Buzz is absolutely goated inside of duels. So the reason why is because you have that passively charging super, which is so good. So essentially, you could just stand behind a wall. The other person's behind a wall as well. You're getting your super. They're probably not, so you're winning. And also, I recommend using the longer stun star power. This is because most of the time, you don't need that extra range. Like, when you're standing so far away from somebody, maybe if you're playing those long range maps, but definitely if you're playing those shorter range maps, make sure you're using the longer stun because you're going to be able to get that super pretty easily. And honestly, if you're using this longer stun, you can pretty much win every single matchup in the game. It's so good. Obviously, that assassin kind of brawler really fits duels, and I feel like Buzz is a great pick. Number 2. So at number 2, we have Stu. Stu is pretty goated inside of duels, and I don't see a lot of people playing him. Honestly, I feel like he's so good. So essentially, it's going to take one shot to get your super. So first of all, if you die, then you have your super for the next brawler pretty much, unless you waste it. So it's so easy to get that super. Also, the gadget's going to be really good again, because when people are hiding behind walls, you have that breakthrough gadget to go and kill them, to finish them off. It's going to be so helpful. Not many matchups Stu loses to in the game, I would say. Very strong against tanks. Going to be able to beat the Buzzes, the Edgars using that super. Also going to be able to beat those short range brawlers. And even in the long range maps, if you use the speed gadget, you're going to be able to deal with those longer range kind of brawlers like Piper and B. Before we get to number 1, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're using code Tom in the shop. Number 1. Okay, so at number 1, we have Tara. Of course, you guys know I am the best Tara in the world. But seriously, Tara is so good inside of duels. First of all, I like to play Tara, usually that third brawler, because Tara's super is just so strong. And if you're playing third brawler, then you know to kind of save your super if you need for the final brawler. Also, you have those gadgets which are so strong. You know, for example, if you're going to be against a B, you want to save those Tara gadgets for that last pick. However, if you know you're against a Penny, you can definitely use those gadgets, as you know you don't really need them for Tara. But yeah, I feel like Tara is a great gadget. Great super is great in those kind of wall peak situations where you're chasing someone around a barrel, and I just feel like Tara is such a good pick, even on those open maps, because those gadgets can counter brawlers like Piper and B. But yeah, definitely on those close to medium range maps, Tara is so goated. Honorable mentions go to Ems, Jean, Piper, and Shelly, who are very good but didn't quite make this list. That's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.